This episode of Live Light may be difficult for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, Live Lighters! Today, ang hangad ko naman para sa ating lahat, ang pagkakaroon ng safe space kung saan komportable tayong magpahinga, maglabas ng feelings, and of course, magsumbong. Hindi mo kailangang kimkimin ng lahat. And at the same time, mahalagang maibahagi mo rin sa ibang tao ang mga pinagdaraanan mo. Gaya ng lagi kong sinasabi, di ba? When life feels heavy, it's time to lighten the load. Allow us to carry your worries because safe space mo rin ang Live Light. Our topic for this week is about bullying, the persistent, threatening, and aggressive physical behavior or verbal abuse directed toward other people, especially to those na may disadvantage, tulad ng mas maliit, mas bata, mas mahina, mas mahirap, mas baguhan, and so on. Meron itong iba't ibang forms. Physical bullying, kung merong unwanted acts na nangyayari sa pagitan ng bully at biktima, gaya ng panunulak, panununtok, paggamit ng objects as weapon, at iba pa. Verbal bullying. Ito naman ang paggamit ng bully ng foul language, slanderous statements, at pambabastos, whether spoken or written. Related din dito ang social bullying, na ginagawa naman para masira ang reputasyon ng biktima sa kanyang ginagalawang environment. Psychological or emotional bullying, target naman ng bully rito ang panlilito at paglalaro sa isip o emosyon ng biktima. At bias-based bullying, kung saan nakatuon naman ang pang-aapi base sa kinabibilangang community ng biktima gaya ng gender, race, religion, at iba pa. Bukod dito, noon ay tila face-to-face lamang nagagawa ang bullying. Ngayon, maraming reports na rin ng online bullying, which is executed through social media, messaging apps, online games, and digital forums. From here, we saw the rise of online trolls, individuals who deliberately post disruptive online content to provoke an emotion. Ang bully noon, basher na ngayon. According to Mayet Abad, a registered Filipino psychologist, bullying happens for many reasons.
Hi, I'm Mayat Abad. I'm a clinical psychologist. Okay, usually ang mga bullies ay nagiging bullies dahil sila mismo ay victims ng bullying themselves. Nangyayari ito kadalasan sa loob ng tahanan, no? Kapag yung hindi maganda ang relationship ng family sa loob, nagkakaranas ang bata ng hindi magandang relationship sa loob ng tahanan nila. Nagkakaroon sila ng hindi magandang komunikasyon at minsan nadi-displace niya ito sa labas, lalong-lalo na sa school. Usually, in-overcompensate nila yung insecurities nila bilang isang bully, no? Ang nangyayari kapag mayroong mas mahina na classmate or anyone, but mas less power, mas maliit sa kanila, yun ang usually nagiging safer target ng mga bullies. Ang mga bully kaya nambubully dahil gusto nila na i-overcompensate yung nararamdaman nilang insecurity sa sarili nila. So kapag dahil nabanggit ko kanina, nabubully sila sa loob ng bahay mismo, gusto nilang ilabas yung suppressed emotions na meron sila. Bullies are lack of emotional and social skills. So usually kapag meron silang nakakasama sa loob ng isang pwede sa classroom or sa isang circle, hindi nila alam kung paano makihalubilo ng maayos sa ibang tao. So kapag yung mga tao na nagbigay sa kanila ng trust dun sa tao na yon, sa bully na yon, sometimes they tend to use that vulnerabilities against them. Dahil sa panahon ngayon ay meron ng social media at open tayo sa possibility na very accessible sa atin ang lahat ng platforms. So pwede mambully kahit sino, no, hindi kilala, walang mukha, hindi nila tunay na identity, and they can bully anytime. Masasabi nating bully ang isang tao kapag 1, manipulative siya, number 2, lack of empathy, number 3, ino-overcompensate niya yung power niya over doon sa mga weaker ones. Okay, kung sa tingin ninyo nakakaranas kayo ng ganito or na-observe ng ibang tao sa paligid ninyo, na meron ka na palang ganitong sintomas, it's about time to have yourself checked or pwede kayong lumapit sa isang mental health professional para ma-address yung inyong pinagdadaanan or yung hindi man kayo conscious sa ganitong sitwasyon, matulungan kayo at mabago itong behavior na ito.
Would you believe na isa ang Pilipinas sa mga bansang may highest rate of bullying? Some articles even argue na tayo ang bullying capital of the world. At hindi to nakaka-proud ha. According to recent reports, 65% of Filipino students experienced bullying in 2018. 1 in 3 students still did in 2022. Supporting this is a DLSU study stating na bullying hotspot na ang mga paaralan sa bansa. Mostly yung mga congested public schools with large class sizes, discriminatory teachers, and lower levels of self-esteem and discipline. Pagdating naman sa online bullying, did you know that cyber violence affects almost half of children aged 13 to 17? Karamihan di umano rito ay verbal abuse done through sexual messages where women are more likely to receive them than men. And of course, hindi na kailangan ng statistics ang kultura natin ng cancel culture at online bashing, kung saan below the belt na mag-comment ang maraming netizens sa hottest topics or person of interest ng bayan. Ang tanong, do you know how much bullying affects a person? Or hindi mo na ito masyadong iniisip? Kasi naging bully ka na rin pala sa simple mong pag-like and share sa isang negative post. Being bullied can affect your mental health and overall well-being. Nandyan ang poor performance sa school or work dahil mahirap nang mag-focus. Sleeping disorders dahil mahirap nang mag-relax and eventually, makatulog kung active ang katawan sa pagiging stressed. And other psychological problems dahil victims of bullying usually increase their risk for maladaptive behaviors, meaning they don't have the means to resolve the challenges they face. One of its unfortunate results, the bullied one day becomes the bully, and the cycle of abuse never ends. Dito sa Pilipinas, Abad also shares that victims of bullying often become anxious and depressed. They also develop low self-esteem and, in severe cases, suicidal ideation. If you are being bullied, here are some things you can practice. Number 1, do not respond to the bully immediately. Kung kaya, mag-step out ka muna sa sitwasyon and try to regain your composure and thoughts. Huwag mo munang papatulan. Number 2, document evidence. Sinasaktan ka ba? Sinesendan ka ba niya ng unsolicited nude photos? Minumura ka ba niya unprovoked? Record videos, take screenshots, save messages, and the like. Be smart about this. Number 3, report behavior. For online trolls and bashers, inform the management team of the social media platform involved. Kung ito naman ay offline, huwag matakot magsabi sa kaibigan, sa teacher, sa boss, o sa mga otoridad, lalo na kung minors ang may kinalaman. Remember, we have laws that can protect you, like the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013 or RA 10627 for students, and the Safe Spaces Act or RA 11313, which prohibits bullying in the workplace and public spaces. Let's not forget, you can also seek professional help. Tapusin natin ang cycle of abuse. Consider a mental health professional who can help you find healing in a systematic way. Can we ever end bullying? Yan ang tanong ng nakararami, lalo na yung mga tao na nakararanas nito. This topic is not new to me, for I personally have experienced it back in high school. It is never easy. Nagkakaroon ka ng takot sa tuwing papasok ka sa environment kung nasaan ang aggressor mo. Minsan nga ayaw mo nang pumasok. But I believe that yes, we can end bullying. And it begins with us. By being mindful with what we say and how we treat others offline and online. By reporting incidents and by not just being mere bystanders. As for the bullies, I hope you heal from what broke you, but it is never ever acceptable to displace your anger and find a seemingly weaker target so that you can regain a sense of control and power over your life. For targets, help is available. Don't let anyone silence you. Let's all try to live by the golden rule. Don't do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. Bawat isa sa atin may responsibilidad. Responsibilidad na maging mabuti sa kapwa, online man o sa totoong buhay. Let's call on each other para tapusin na ang cycle of abuse sa ating bansa at sa buong mundo. Let's not be bystanders. Let's be allies. Remember, when life feels heavy, it's time to lighten the load. Let go of your worries and let the light in. Ako si Jody, and let's live light. See you on the next video.